What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, wait, never mind. Yeah, Modelos. All right.
El modelo.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Thanks for tuning in again to the Gotta Be Good podcast. We here with the special guest host today. We got Yell in the building.
What's going on? What's going on?
And today we interview my man, the myth, the legend, Alboa. What's up, man?
What's up, everyone?
How we doing today, man?
I'm good, bro. How are you?
Doing good, doing good. It's good to be here. Good to be back on the Gotta Be Good podcast. We're doing good. Appreciate you guys having me out.
The show, man. You got anything going on tonight, bro?
Not really. I'm again just trying to finish a couple projects. We're trying to do a bunch of collabs.
Okay.
So I've been trying to make a bunch of ideas so I can send them out.
You got that project setting to drop like in a week from today, I saw.
Yes, I have a single coming out next week too.
And I'm pretty sure I've heard you spin it a few times.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Yeah.
you're typically spinning your own ideas now, right?
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah, most of the time. See, and if it's not, then it's like a remix or anything that has been like at least.
So you're playing all original sets?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay, I got you.
No. Not yet. Plus, there are bangers out there that is like, I just gotta play this.
Yeah, of course. I just thought that's what you were saying. I was gonna say it's pretty dope, but you do produce, obviously.
Yes.
Okay, I got you. What's your DAW?
So I use FL.
Fruit Loops.
Yep. And I just learned with that. I know that there's a bunch of like haters on it. And for a minute, I was like, well, you know what? Let's just learn these other ones. And I was like, this took me years, man.
FL's the shit.
Yeah, and there's a lot of good tutorials too. Like a lot of people produce in FL, so like you can damn near YouTube something, and learn something new about it.
I just had someone over at my house yesterday, and he wanted to open up FL, but I was like, take a look at Ableton. So I just opened up Ableton Live for him. He's like, if I had this shit, he said, I would not be producing right now. He said, this shit was way too confusing, which I get it. It is
Ableton?
confusing. Yeah, it's super confusing.
I tried Ableton once, and that shit was too hard.
You just open it up in the interface that you're looking at. You're just like, right away, it's just like, I just don't know what to do with this. But once you get locked in on that shit, but yeah, no, FL Studio for sure. That's what me and my friends be using too. So
it's like visually, it's just a little bit more user friendly, I guess. Ableton, like I open it and it's like Excel sheet, type shit.
Yep. No, I feel that.
Your FL looks dope though too.
The what?
Your FL. I remember you Snapchatted me like a picture of your screen, and that shit looks crazy different. I was like, damn.
Well, now with the new updates and stuff. Shout out FL, I guess. We're doing the promotions in here for free. Right. Little tip for the boys.
So what do you mainly produce?
Just house music.
128 BPMs, 130. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, it's very unique. I don't think that there is another artist, at least here in Minnesota, that has touched the stuff that I play, which is kind of why it's been blowing up lately.
Yeah.
But it's definitely like house and very Latin inclined.
Okay,
like,
I got you.
It doesn't mean that it has to be in Spanish or whatever. Like
you just got the maracas.
Yeah, you already know all the drums.
I got you.
Your drums, bro, they definitely feel Latin. I'll tell you that.
I take pride in my drums. That's definitely where everything is at.
I got you. That's what's up. That's what's up. Okay, so you said you're from Venezuela, right?
Yes.
So what brings you to Minnesota?
Well, funny story is that I came here to play baseball.
Okay.
In 2017 or 16. Well, I lived in Miami for a little bit. Yeah, I played baseball over there. And then got recruited to come play here.
Right.
So, yeah, I came here to play baseball, graduated because it was like in St. Cloud College, and graduated. Was going to keep playing, but then my shoulder, man, got screwed over. I started music way before, everything blew up here in Minnesota.
Yeah.
But like as soon as I said stop to being a baseball player, I was like, well, I gotta find another hobby that's not gonna screw me over.
And music is just, I feel like music is inherently in everybody. So once you're able to tap into that, you can just excel in however, you excel in that field. But I feel like it's very versatile for everyone.
And you got the homies too, you know what I'm saying? Like your homies that do music too.
Yeah.
Out here.
That took me a minute though. Like I came here and I was just a kid. I was 17. I didn't have any family here, so I was like on my own for the whole time. And then till one day, like 4 years, 5 years after I was living here in Minnesota, I said, you know what? I'm just gonna go out by myself. And I started going out by myself. Took a lot of like courage to do it, but then like you were one of the first ones that I met. We've been
Cowboy Jacks, right?
I don't even remember, but
it's been, like 2 years now, something like that.
We've been homies since, like 2, maybe 3 years,
right after that, after COVID.
Yeah,
I remember seeing you in Cowboy Jacks, bro, and I remember I stumbled across your Instagram page a few times. So when I saw you, I was like, oh shit, let me go chop it up with the homie, and then shit,
yeah. So it's it took me a little bit to get out of the shell. There's always like, even though you try to like get here and know things about this country, it's always like that cultural barrier.
Yeah, that culture shock, I think is what they call it.
Well, you can't escape your roots, man.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to.
You're making music. That's all you know what I mean? So if I were to ask you, not who inspired you, but like who is the most you'd say you sound like if you were to describe yourself to a DJ?
Oof.
For the people who are out there?
Definitely Hugo.
Okay.
Big French DJ. He's European for sure, but like he plays all this Latin stuff. I don't know what his background is.
Right.
But definitely like Hugo. There are others, smaller artists that you could say San Pacho too, but he's more clubby, and what my project is going, it's a little bit more underground maybe.
Yeah.
And
a little bit more of like a feel vibe, make you think about stuff instead of just fist pumping. And I got you.
It's like you can have your conversations, you can feel sexy, you can like dance and move, but like, it's definitely not the type that's gonna get you like all riled up and jumping and stuff.
Right.
It's just not me.
Right. More of a symphony type deal instead of just 4x4 beats, 4x16.
I'm trying to take you on a trip.
Yeah.
And you can do whatever on that trip.
I feel you. So you play live shows too?
I do not.
No. Okay.
Well, I do play like DJing, but I don't like play instruments live.
Right. So DJing, yeah. So did you do that in Venezuela as well?
Yes.
Man,
yes,
okay.
I started learning or like DJing maybe 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. So I've been knowing kind of the feel for a minute now.
Yeah.
But like, it's that type of hobbies or like passions that you come and go till the moment that you actually feel like, okay, it's time to grind.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When did you feel like it was time to grind? Like, when did it kick in that it was like, this shit could be serious?
Well, it was definitely, I always knew that I was good at it. Like, I taught guitar by myself. My mom can sing. I have cousins that play percussions, like folkloric percussions from Venezuela. So I knew how to play a couple instruments. Not like a musician, like I cannot read music and stuff. But I definitely had, the rhythm and stuff like that. So
you got that funk in you.
Yeah,
rhythm.
So I knew it was my passion. But then I came here to the U.S. and it was like, okay, I gotta work. I gotta do all these things. I'm here by my own. I just cannot rely on my mom and dad. I gotta pay the bills and whatever. So I took like 2 years off, even like doing music as a hobby. And then I started seeing people like DJing on TikTok, and then they will be like viral. And I'm like, I can do this.
Let's give this a shot.
Yeah. So I just bought like another controller. I had a bunch of stuff like back home. Here I didn't have nothing, so but I used one, cheap one, started doing like videos, and then all of a sudden, like I was grinding hard to start getting gigs, but I didn't know where it was gonna go.
Right.
Until like one day I was like producing one song that I now think that is trash, straight up trash. Yeah. But then at that moment, it blew up on TikTok somehow, and it got super viral. Got invited to do radio interviews like back home. It has like over 500,000 views and whatever. It gave me like bunch of followers and
Good
like
exposure
connections.
for sure.
Yeah. So like that kicked it off. Then I got a couple opportunities here to DJ, and I knew what I was doing. Like it wasn't a new environment for me.
Right.
But ever since I started here in Minnesota, like I committed. Like there's no plan B for
Locked
me.
in.
Yeah, literally.
I got
You know, it's funny that you say that word because like we went to a trip last week or 2 weeks ago. We went to Miami, me and my crew. Shout out to Basement.
Shout out to Basement, baby.
Yeah, that's
Big
my
shout
label. Well, not my label, but the label that I work with.
Talk your shit. I'm with them. I'm rolling.
So we all went, and that was like the phrase.
Yeah.
Locked in.
Yeah.
We locked
just,
in,
like,
baby.
Locked in all night.
There's
You
that
guys-
funny video of this guy. He's like hiding from a shot.
Yeah. Yeah, our
That shit-
Airbnb was like 2 floors, and then there was like a wall, and they brought like I just like put my head out there to see what was going on. They were like screaming and
Yeah.
stuff, and then I see
He was like this, bro. He was like,
literally, yes, literally. I was like, nah. It was like 10 a.m.
Right.
Then they came up with like this bottle of Milagro, and they were like, "Yo, shots, everyone!" And I'm like,
I'm gonna sit this one. out.
tranquilo.
I still took the shot.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Oh, man. Okay.
So were you guys playing shows out there? Or
No, it was like
just
Miami Music
Yeah.
Week, wasn't it?
yeah, it was Miami Music Week, which is huge for like
Yeah.
EDM,
Yep.
mostly house. And we went
Did
there.
you go to Ultra?
I did not.
Oh, okay.
I did not, because we went on the networking mission.
Okay.
Like, of course, we been there and we drank and the
You
whole
didn't miss
thing.
much because it was just wet at Ultra. It was just water up to your
Yeah.
ankles. I saw. So, but continue. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's we actually like that day, Friday, which was the day of this storm and whatever. We went to this party of this label, Hood Politics. Shout out to Hood Politics. They were the ones that hooked me up with North Coast this year.
Oh, dope.
So,
Shout out to Hip Politics.
Yeah, so they had this like label party with all their homies and stuff. And then we went there, and like the storm came in, and like the thing got so packed because like Ultra got canceled, no,
Mhm.
like all the parties got canceled,
Right.
and we were like the only party that was going on. So they were having their fun. Like I wasn't DJing, I was like trying to meet people, mostly
Yeah.
like connecting.
Network.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know Sherm. He's like the A&R from Hood Politics, and Basement brought him here. That's how I know him. So we were just like trying to connect with them
Yeah.
and see like if we can meet the boss label and like all the other artists that are already signed with them. Just like trying to
Looking for
network
the
and stuff.
future.
Yeah, yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, and it's fun. Like everybody in that label is like family.
Yeah.
So it didn't feel weird between them,
Right, yep.
and so it was a good time. But it was like crazy. Like you can barely hear the music because of like the water hitting the roof.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's
dude,
crazy.
it was not fun.
Miami's known for those big storms, though.
It was random,
Yeah.
but you know
They come
whatever.
and go. You know, them hurricanes.
We rally.
Hurricane stay for sure. So that was what, last week you said? Like a week or two ago that you guys went on that?
2 weeks now. 2 weeks.
Now, how did you, how did you meet the Basement team and kind of what got you into working with them?
So
Before you answer that, who exactly is on the Basement team?
So Basement is, I guess, it's a bit confusing because there's like Basement, the promoters, which is the people that bring shows in here, and
Right.
then there's like the Basement label, which like there's other people involved. In
Yeah. Okay.
So to give you some context before we jump into like who is on Basement.
Not necessarily who, but like what is Basement? I guess.
Well,
I guess. Yeah. Go
Let's say it's a group or a company
ahead. Mhm.
that has its own music label, and it also promotes shows. So
Okay.
they bring EDM artists in general.
Right.
Like last year, they had Chami, they had Abstract, they got Acraze. So they've been having a bunch of shows, and they started their own label, and that's when I jumped into the project. So, but the way that I got in there is like when I started going to this out by myself, I there was one time that I don't know if y'all know Niles Shepherd, but like they're very big here in the house scene, and they're a super OG. They even play like EDC Vegas. Um, so they're definitely like someone that I look up to. And they invited me. Like I was just like reposting their song because I thought it was cool. And then they just replied back to my story like, "Hey, like your support doesn't go, unnoticed." And I thought it was cool. And then we just started talking. I was like, "Dude, I love your stuff. I love your craft. I went to your set, this and this and that." And then they invited me. They put me on their guest list for one of their events at Skyway, and that's when I met AP. So AP, currently part of my team. He was like the first person that I ever met
Right.
on the business, on the music business. And like when I met him, he was starting to like grow in the basement team because basement was a thing before that. And so they're like connected, and then AP brought me into the project, and AP is doing now other stuff with like other brands currently, but he is definitely the one that got me into the project, and now I'm just stick with the family, and I have a fun time with them.
Shout out to AP.
Yeah,
Shout
shout out
out.
to AP, and then right now I just got Eric and Jordan. They are my team. Uh, Eric, you could kind of say he's like the straight up manager, and then Jordan is more like my marketing audio guy. He helps me with all of my releases,
Yeah.
the streamings, the platforms, this and that, marketing, goals.
The whole nine. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got you. I got you.
So Eric is kind of the guy that gets me the bookings, and then Jordan is the one that takes care of like the artistical part of it.
Shout out Basement.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that
So
whole team.
Speaking of bookings, so when you said you played in Venezuela, what were the like venues like over there? Were they any different from how they are here? Just kind of just like
Less fancy, I guess.
really?
Yeah.
I would assume Venezuela would be like a
Tropical.
some nice.
Well,
you know
yes,
what I
there
mean?
there
Like,
are clubs that are very nice, like in locations. Because I live by the coast, so it's like all the clubs are by the beach,
Yeah.
stuff like that. But you don't have like the crazy setups, lights, LED screens.
yeah, I would imagine it's more about the music than it is production there.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Because people just like to dance.
Yeah.
They ain't really looking at all the screens like we are. Everyone here is just bugged out looking at screens and stuff,
That's that Latin American vibes, man.
Literally, yes. It's definitely like that. Like you go there and it's not like here that you go to the club like at freaking 8 p.m.
Yeah.
At that time you're like having dinner maybe,
Yeah.
and then take a nap, and then at 1 or midnight that's when you go out.
How late are the clubs open down there?
7.
Oh, for real? That's dope.
7
Party till the
a.m.
lights come up.
Club space
Yeah,
vibes.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, literally. There is this club by the beach, and it's like open, and it's like a full deck, and like we all dance through the night and stuff and
Watch the
whatever
sunrise and everything. That's a
Like
vibe.
by the
Yeah.
beach.
Yeah, that's a vibe.
on top of the freaking beach.
Yeah.
And it's like it's awesome. It's a vibe. It's not like the EDM scene is not huge over there. It's kind of growing right now, but it's more like a crossover reggaeton type of stuff.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, bro.
yeah.
Dembo,
Yeah.
reggaeton, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
What's some of the things you miss the most from your motherland?
Family and friends,
Family
man.
and friends, gotcha.
I could say the beach, definitely, but the like getting the warm love from the people that you grew up with is definitely one of the things that I miss the most.
So it sounds like family is kind of like one of the like pillars
Oh,
on
yeah.
who you are.
Yes.
Yep. So how was like your whole experience growing up? You know.
Well, my family is very tight. Um, my both of my parents are from different states, so I had family right where I lived, and then we had other family like on the other side of the country.
Mhm.
We would see them, I don't know, maybe like once every 2 years, but we will still have contact with them. So like both families are very close, but like the family that I grew up with, we all have each other
Mhm.
like every time. Like I can count in them on them with whatever, they'll be there, and same otherwise. And honestly, I thought that most families were like that
Mhm.
till I grew up, and then I noticed like I was just blessed.
Right.
Like not everybody can say that they're tight with their families.
Yep. Especially in America too. I bet you noticed that
Yeah,
difference right away.
yeah.
You know, so you were 16 when you migrated here, living in Miami. That must have been hard for you then at first, those first few months.
Well, when I moved to Miami for the first time, my mom was with me,
Okay.
so that was good, and she stayed there for like 6 months. We went back because I had to get like all my paperwork done, and then about 5 months after, that's when I flew here to Minnesota.
Go to school, play baseball.
Yeah.
I either forgot or didn't know you played baseball. I totally forgot. What position were you?
I was a catcher.
Catcher? Okay, that's one of the most important ones out there, bro.
Yeah.
It's like shortstop, catcher, pitcher are like your big three,
Yeah.
especially.
Literally.
Yeah, what did you like about being the catcher?
I had control of the game
Mm-hmm.
pretty much. I was just like receiving orders from the coach,
Mm-hmm.
but like everybody else was like under what I was saying. I was like the intermediate from the dugout and like the field. It was fun.
You're also throwing up signals to your pitcher too, right?
Yep.
Do you ever when you were playing catcher? Did you ever notice like a weak point in a certain player that like the coach didn't really see, but like you would see that because you're there?
Yeah.
Like what kind of signals would you signal to your pitcher when you notice those things?
It's a little bit like
The boss man's here, baby.
Big dog in the house. What's good? The man, the myth, and the legend.
That's fine. Light beer is good, man.
Look at
we
that.
do it.
Keeps the gut.
Hey, I heard you got some new ankle tattoos. Let's go.
Oh my god.
I'll take the beer.
You want no fries, bro?
I just say, oh, thank you.
Smacking my big lips on this podcast right now.
Thank you, brother.
You want to have this too?
Huh?
Let me get that McDouble.
For the homie.
I'll take it, bro. Hell yeah.
You want me chicken?
I'm good. I ate before coming here.
No
Thank you.
sponsorships on here. Shit.
No sponsors,
Thank you,
right? Pay.
So, did you? What's probably?
Hold up.
We're
Salud.
back to it.
Thanks, boss.
Salud.
Oh, I got one. Oh, salud.
Wait, hold on. My beer, bro. I don't think I grabbed one. Cheers, guys. Salud.
Salud.
Yes, sir, man.
So, what is your favorite board that you've played on before?
Board?
Controller.
Oh no, well, at this point CDJs.
CDJs, baby,
I got
all the
you,
way.
I got you.
Yeah, no,
How current are you playing shows here? Like,
it comes and goes because what I talk to my team is, or what they mostly recommend is like not to grab every single one of the gigs. Because like I'm not trying to be the club DJ that's gonna play, your hip hop and reggaeton and whatever. So I'm trying to promote my music. So it's like, okay, let's say like Drake. Like Drake's a singer, he's an artist, and he comes and sings here twice a month.
right,
How many times are you gonna go?
right.
How many?
Probably both those times, baby. Maybe
Yeah,
at least one.
And then
You know
next
what I'm
month
saying?
again.
Nah.
And then next month?
No,
And
no,
then
no,
next
no.
month? So
You try not to oversaturate.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got
Yes.
you. I got you. Yeah.
yeah. So sometimes it's like, well, it's the right party. It's like a support from a bigger artist.
Yeah.
Those kind of things come into place. Or, for example, a couple of weeks ago, I played for the homies Boombox, and they did like a whole disco event.
Was that the back? Is that a backyard event?
Yeah.
Boombox.
Yeah.
Shout out to Backyard Boombox, baby.
Hell yeah. Shout out.
See, so because like I'm not really into the house world, I'm kind of dipping into it through him. You know, my boy Butta. I don't know if you know
Shout out
Butta.
to
but,
Butta.
like,
He was our resident, like
so,
basement resident.
You know, yeah. So yeah, definitely starting to get into it. I know you got your thing going on every Thursday now. I was gonna ask you
On
about
the
that is.
Saturdays.
Oh, Saturdays.
Yup,
Okay,
yup,
okay.
There's some reggaeton going on.
What is it called?
They just call it Fiesta for now.
Okay.
Yeah,
I got you.
but it's not really nothing crazy. But kind of like you were saying, it's one of those things where it's like, now that it's happening every week, it's kind of like, I don't want to say I'm overplaying, but people can catch me at any time, you know? There's definitely less value in playing more. There's more value in playing less.
But you gotta pay the bills too.
Yeah, exactly. I got to keep the lights on, you know? Kids hungry, got to get the formula.
It'll keep you. It keeps you on your toes though too. You know what I mean? There's ways to not oversaturate yourself. If like, that's one thing I really want to learn on boards is just like, instead of just kind of playing music, how to fluctuate music.
That open format vibe.
How to just like, you know, start skipping beats, and you know how people are in house music and stuff like that.
Type
And then
shit.
They're making their own transitions out of just like half a bar. You know what I mean? Like all that type of stuff is not really prominent in the
Like
dubstep and rhythm world because you're really just
chopping.
I mean, there's other stuff that you're doing to fluctuate sound, but it's not that way. Like you see the house guys doing and stuff.
It's a lot easier to spin 4 tracks on a house beat than it is to spin 4 tracks on them, unless you're chopping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you could easily do a quad drop, chop that shit up, but like the transitions are a lot easier when you got a 4 to the floor beat.
Right.
You could easily play like 4 songs that go on at the same time.
Yeah.
Loop one of them hoes.
Yeah.
So like, it's definitely easier, I would say.
To play
Yeah.
house.
I've
Yeah.
never stepped in any of them house venues. I've been trying to kind of
Gotta pop
integrate
out.
myself.
Well, you
know
should
what I
come
mean?
to the Mikasa coming up. With
Yeah.
You and Obi and Christian Baca. You said
Yeah.
what, the April 3rd?
May 3rd.
May
May 3rd. My
3rd.
birthday.
May 3rd? Yeah.
Oh,
so
no way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You gotta come out now, bro.
Be turning
get a
30.
table.
We'll get buck.
We'll get a table,
Let's
bro.
go.
It's always a good time partying with the Bacas, and especially with Obi and, you know, you being there. It's gonna be a crazy show.
Yeah.
Definitely getting a table for that. The show.
We'll have to post a little link or something like that in the comments.
Yeah, for sure.
Mi Casa Su Casa. You can find them at christianbaca.com, or you can just search them on Instagram, Mi Casa Su Casa.
Or my Instagram too.
Right? Navigate to,
Music.
what is it, Alboa?
Yes. Alboa Music.
Alboa Music.
How do you spell that?
ALBOA, and the music, and then like underscore.
How'd you get your name, by the way?
So, South Americans, they get like 4 names. It's not like Americans just like your name and last name. So technically, my full name is Carlos Alberto Gomez Gamboa.
Oh,
So
right.
like Alberto, which is my middle name, I took like the AL, and then Gamboa, which is like my second last name, I just took like the last 3 letters.
Okay, that's dope. That I thought you were just like trying to something like Rocky Balboa. You know? I was like, he must fuck with the movies, bro. No, but that's dope. Your name actually means something. That you constructed it out of like your full name, which is
Yeah,
dope.
it started as a joke, honestly. It's like I was talking to a very old friend. We don't have like contact anymore, but she was like, we were trying to figure out a random name, and she was like, what if you combine this too and whatever? And she said that, Alboa, and I'm like, I mean,
not a
it's
bad idea.
funny, but I don't know. I kind of dig it. So
Well, that's the thing about names, bro. Is when you first come up with them, it almost sounds like, oh, this is a dumb idea or a dumb name, but once you put that work behind it, it starts to mean something, you know?
Yeah.
Because, like, you know, when I first came up with, like, Blizzy, same shit. I'm like, it's not unique enough. It don't stand out. But you put the work in it, and that shit starts to go. So, like, you know, like Excision. When he first came up with his name, he was probably like, what the fuck is an Excision, you know? But, you know, obviously, that's Excision now.
Yeah.
Unique as fuck.
yeah,
It's pretty dope, man.
I mean, I think Blissey is catchy, honestly.
Blizzy Tunes.
Yeah.
I had to add the tunes though, because there are so many blizzies, bro.
I've been thinking I got to change mine. Every person asks me, "Is it Yeza? Is it Yeza?" I'm like, "It's Yella."
For a dyslexic guy like me, bro, I just know I had a hard
It's
time
the
reading
sevens.
that shit.
It's the sevens that throw people off. But just like an A, you'll use a V for an A. I use the sevens for an L. You got
I think
me.
it's
But
dope though, bro. You put that work behind it, people will start. It'll make it unique. You know what I'm saying?
well, it's because I'm a high yellow bastard. I got that light skin, so yellow. You know what I mean? That's how I got that. But yeah, no, it is something that you definitely just find that confidence in. But bro, I was looking at your IG, it's popping off. You're getting over 100 likes each fucking post, and you played at North Coast. How was that? Or is that coming up?
Yeah, it's coming up
Okay,
this year.
Let's talk about that a little bit. Are you ready for that, bro?
Dude, it's freaking insane.
That's Chicago or here?
Chicago.
Okay.
How does it feel to see your name on a festival flyer?
Dude, it's freaking nuts. Like, honestly, so I told you that Sherm, he's a big DJ from Chicago, and then we brought him here to play. Well, Basement did, and then me and my homie Patrick, we opened for him. He was like, dude, your shit is dope and whatever, and I could get you into North Coast. And I'm like, oh, cool, yeah, like,
I would have been like, huh?
I mean, I was like, let's go, but like at the same time, like
Are you lying? Quit playing with me, bro.
yeah, like I didn't take it as serious.
Right.
I would have been like, yeah, I mean, he's gonna forget tomorrow.
Yeah, yep.
Because we were also cooked.
Yeah.
We were like cooked.
One of those conversations.
Yeah. So and
I
then
swear, bro, we'll get it done. Everything's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's like 5 a.m.
Literally. And then Eric Obi, he texted in the group chat and he said like, okay, North Coast is locked. And I'm like,
Say what? Say less.
When can I post about it?
what do you mean? What do you mean by that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So after that, like the day before the full lineup drop, I got an email from North Coast saying like, hey, these are the instructions from this and that. And I'm like, oh shit, this is actually happening.
Hell yeah.
Like I didn't hear about it. Like I heard about it a couple times, but then like Eric, he was like working behind the scenes, and then like it just happened. It just happened.
That must be a freaking dope experience, man.
Yeah.
Now, what
Yeah,
days
for
is
sure.
that?
So Labor Day weekend, August 30th.
And what day do you play on?
We haven't gotten the schedules,
Okay.
so we'll see. We'll
I
see.
got you. Yeah, that's.
I don't know. I don't even know what's our like what stage I'm gonna be playing at.
And
Yeah.
you're playing at Breakaway this year too.
Yes.
Yeah, this man's been putting in work, bro. For sure having a breakthrough year. It's crazy, bro, because like October 9th, same birthday as my brother. And it's crazy because like I don't really believe in horoscopes or none of that. But like for one of the horoscopes is Libras are gonna have the craziest year. You know what I'm
this
saying?
year?
Like yeah, like some shit's gonna happen to the moon
Amen.
and like some fucking planet that's gonna like influence the fucking Libras. Like I don't know how to explain it beyond that, but like it's crazy because I definitely like seen it on my end. Like this year, you're doing fucking dope. Like you're popping off. You got hella music dropping. You got big shows being booked. Like I'm pretty sure like everyone knows who you are in the scene at this point.
I mean, at least locally, I gotta say
right.
that I've been blessed because I feel like coming here on my own, like not knowing nobody. I also had to like be open-minded to meet people and stuff. And when people open their arms, I was like, well, I gotta give that back. So after I got some name and some people like wanted advice, because again, I might have been new to the Minnesota scene, but I've been doing this thing for years.
For a minute.
So when people ask for like help, feedback on music, whatever, like I'm always, if you got shit out there that you're trying to get some feedback, send it. Like
your guy right here.
I'll never lie to you. I'm never gonna be disrespectful either. So
You've given me feedback on my tunes,
every time,
and
every time.
like he says, he's respectful. He tells you exactly how he feels, and it just made my stuff sound better.
I just try to give a personal opinion. It doesn't mean that you gotta take it or not, but it's just been like that. Like when you give, you get,
Mm-hmm.
and it's been like that. I've been blessed this year. Shit is starting to move, and I'm like, I don't even know. I'm still nobody, to be honest,
Mm-hmm.
but it still feels unreal. Like the couple things that has going on.
It's just the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it feels crazy. Like this track that I am gonna release next week. Um, I had it like I made it last year in the summer, and then I had it there. It hold it like a special spot, and I didn't know what to do with it. And then I sent this demo to a label in Armenia, so freaking Europe,
Mm-hmm.
and they were like, "Hey, we love this, but it's kind of like heavy for our style and whatever. And can you change this?" I did not want to because I like that exact tune. It's like meant for clubs.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So I was like, "No," but I got this and this. I sent them two
Some
more
other tracks.
demos,
Yep.
and they were like, "Yo, we love this. We want to sign this. Let's do this." We got the window right here, April 12th, and it just happened. We signed, and yeah, in a week that shit's gonna be out.
What's the track name?
It's called Mbali, which it means flower in Zulu.
Okay.
Zulu.
Yeah.
Who do
This
you know that
nigga's
got you speaking
romantic.
Zulu, bro? Who got you speaking
No,
Zulu, bro?
no, it was like what's it called? A sample pack.
Mm.
But then when I touch other cultures, I don't want to be just an ignorant dude that puts like meaningless. I think that's how you say that.
Yeah.
Meaningless, yep.
Yeah, stuff out there. And so I did my research. I translated like the whole sample,
Mm-hmm.
and I built the song around that. So
I got you.
I do not know how to talk Zulu for sure, but yeah, the lyrics is in Zulu, and it's like very Afro house, but then still with my Latin roots on the background, and still like you can still dance on it on the
Right.
club.
Pretty soon you're gonna get hit from Armenia. Like, hey, we need you to come in the
I
club.
was talking
You know what I'm
to
saying?
my crew about that. Like
Yep.
they just started doing like this parties and stuff on rooftops, and they look freaking dope. And I'm
Mhm.
like, dude, what if I end up going to Armenia for like a set? That
For
would be
real.
crazy.
Song blows up over there.
Yeah,
Over
who
here, too,
knows?
but, like, you know.
Have you guys played Rev Rooftop?
I've
Union.
played, yeah.
Oh, it's Union.
Union.
Okay.
I've played at Ref. That was the first gig I got here in Minnesota ever.
Mm-hmm.
Your Union debut coming up though.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. I'll be playing at Mikasa, and that's gonna be my first one at Union. But I
Okay.
played in most of the venues here, other than the Armory. I haven't had the opportunity yet. Hopefully soon.
That's the big one.
Hopefully
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah, hopefully soon. I don't know. I know my style is not fit for like the big venues,
Mhm.
so I'm not trying to change myself either.
Mhm.
Like if they want me, I'm gonna take them on a trip. If they don't, then that's fine too.
Yeah.
Because I'm not aiming just locally, you know.
Yeah.
Small
big
rooms are
picture
where it's at, though.
Yeah,
I love a small room vibe, man.
type shit. What's
For
your
real.
favorite venue so far you've played at?
Uh, tough,
Tough.
but I could definitely say that, for example, now if you ask me that I played at the lab last week,
That shit was
the afters,
that shit was lit.
and since it was an afters and it was dark, it was heavy, and like people were on it, like it was probably the first time that I was able to fully be myself musically.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't give a fuck. Like if everybody wanted some like this and that, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna play this and this and this.
Yeah.
And like people were rocking it. Like it took him a minute because like again, Minnesota is a very bass heavy influence state, and that's not what I play. And I want to make your booty shake. I don't want you to be
Yeah.
head banging. You feel me?
Oh yeah.
So it took them like 10 minutes, 2 songs to like okay, is this like how am I supposed to like be dancing this?
Just get locked into
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, but then I show them like, hey, the energy is there, and then they responded back, and they extended the set for like 15 more minutes.
Yeah.
Who's that afters for?
Who? Well, it was just a random
Just a
master.
It was it was Rodney Ruka, him, Strange Love, um,
And Charlie from
and
Eclipse.
Charlie. Yep. So I'm pretty sure they put it together.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. But I think they're just trying to do like a one time every month.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's how it is. And dude, like the setup, it's crazy. But I
The
think
lights are nuts.
yeah.
Yeah.
No. Charlie is a freaking mastermind at that, and like the energy, dude. Like the energy
Yeah.
was insane.
I was there when you
insane.
started playing, and like I'm like, okay, about to.
Oh yeah, you were there.
Yeah, dude. I ended up pulling up late, bro. But I got there nevertheless, and right for you. You know what I'm saying? Like right in time for you when you got going, and that shit was definitely a vibe, bro. For damn sure. And the sound system in there is dope, and like everything kind of echoes off the wall.
Yeah.
So it almost gave like a techno vibe.
Yeah.
Because like the kick would hit, then it would just bounce back. So it made it feel like it was that delay. I don't know. It was dope, bro. Your set was cool too.
I had crazy fun, and then like I look back at the videos and I'm like, wow, that really happened, and that really happened here. Like I don't know what's out there. Like I went to Miami and went to space, and
I was Club Space, by the way.
dude,
Man.
life changer. It literally like it changed my life. I was like, for a minute, I was like locked into like the Minnesota scene. I was like trying to fit. I knew that what I loved musically, and Minnesota is definitely not there yet because they're still like transitioning from the dubstep, heavy trap and stuff to tech house, bass house, but it's still like it's still a crowd that just wants to jump instead of vibe.
You're talking about the Minnesota scene right now,
Yes,
right? Yep.
yes. So I knew that that's not what I wanted, but then somehow I was locked into like, okay, if I make this, I won't be able to play it live. But then I went to Miami, and it was like, what am I even doing? Like, just let go. Just do you. Don't aim just locally, and then I don't know. Maybe in a couple years I'll be living out of state and playing all these tracks that I was like afraid of putting or like making. So it's definitely fun. And since I got from Miami, I got here last week, Monday. And in that time frame from like Monday last week till today, Friday, what is it, 10 days, 11 days? In that time frame, I've done like maybe 7, 8 different tracks,
Okay, dope.
which is nuts.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's like almost like one and a
One
half
day,
day.
yeah.
Like a little bit more than that.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it inspired me, and I've been able to like, do everything that I want now. And it's fun. It's definitely more fun. Like I'm now vibing. I'm not thinking about just like what's gonna hit in the club or like what's not gonna hit at the club.
You just put yourself onto your music and just let it spin it no matter what. Yep. Are you the 2 a.m. producer or are you like a 5 p.m. producer?
Well, I got a day job, so
Okay.
yeah. So I go to work from like 7:30, 7 a.m. till like 3 p.m. Hit the gym sometimes. I'm not that regular, not gonna lie to y'all. But I'm mostly in the studio by 5 p.m. And from 5 p.m. or like 4 p.m. till I don't know, midnight or 11.
Right, until you like it's time to put it down.
Yeah.
The crazy thing about
I gotta
producing is
sleep
like
again.
time flies, bro.
Yeah.
Like you sit down, it's 5 o'clock. Next time you look at the clock, it's like 12:30. And you're like, what the fuck? And you've only been listening to like one kick or some shit.
Yeah, literally, it'll be like that. And like for example, that day on the Disco Fever event for Backyard Boombox, I was like trying to prep stuff because it was like before that I had like a month without playing, so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna put some effort here, and then I was looking for a remix of this Daft Punk song, and then I couldn't find nothing, so I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. It was like 2 a.m. and I just locked in, and by 5 a.m. I had a remix done, literally mastered and everything.
The mastering part of the game is super hard for a lot of people.
Yeah.
How did you get good at that?
Well, a lot of hard work,
Yep.
mistakes, and etc. But I have this friend back home that I used to DJ with. He's a producer, big producer, and he actually graduated from school and stuff. His name is Salas.
Salas.
Yeah, shout out Salas.
Shout out to the homie.
And like he will give me advice. He once showed me like his mastering chain, and he's like, hey, this is for this is for that, this is for that. And then I just started like messing around with my own shit, and now I know what I'm doing. For a minute I was just like bumping up whatever my mix was looking like.
Yeah.
So
You got that ear training down.
yeah.
Knowing what to listen for is a huge part, man. Oh shit, I almost dropped my So shout out to the homie Silas
Yeah, that's my brother.
for sure.
We started DJing together back in 2015. He went to school, graduated, and now we just like keep each other. Hey, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? I feel like now I'm close to be at his level. He is very picky with his stuff.
Right.
So he won't be like, no, I'm gonna do self releases and stuff and whatever. No, he's like, he has to like sign with a big label to release the song, and I respect that. But I'm out here on the grind. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna put music out. I'm not gonna gatekeep my stuff.
What's some of the like biggest challenges you faced
Producing or in general?
in general, man?
Well, definitely when I got here, like the language barrier was a thing. I knew a little bit of English, but it wasn't the greatest.
Right.
And now that I can speak both, I've been facing this issue in my mind where I start like stuttering, trying to change from one language to the other. Because again, I still have contact with my whole family, with my friends back home. So I'll be like texting on Spanish all day long.
Yeah.
But then I'll be like speaking English in here. So I've been developing this like stuttery thing that I freaking hate. So
Do you think in Spanish?
no,
No,
anymore.
Not anymore, but you did.
Yeah.
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 And now you think in English too then?
Yeah.
Okay, bet. That's dope.
Yeah. It took a minute, but like sometimes the hardest part is like when you have to like bring up those like something half. I don't even know how you like future something.
Oh, okay.
Like would have.
Like past tense, future tense.
Yeah,
Yep.
like those like to conjugate those type of sentences, there are still like a little bit tough in my head. And I don't think it's gonna get better. I think it's just how
you gotta
it is
work
now.
with it. Yeah, you gotta
Yeah.
roll with it.
Yeah.
This is a fun one too. So like, how do you pray? Do you pray in Spanish or you pray in English? I pray in Spanish. I don't know how to pray in English. I ain't gonna lie.
Do you pray?
Do you pray?
I do.
Okay.
I do it in my head. Like I don't talk about it, so I'm not even sure. Like at this
I
one, it's
just think
just like
about
the
it.
communication. Yeah, I think it's in Spanish, but like I'm pretty sure I've probably said a couple things
Like
in English.
Yep.
But counting, math,
Yep.
definitely Spanish.
It has to be in Spanish.
It has to be in Spanish. Like I cannot be like 1, 2, 3. Hell no.
Yeah, one of those.
Yeah,
Literally. All the way up and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's a bit confusing, but I'm glad that I can speak both fluently, or I do my best.
That's the way to go, man. Being bilingual is fucking dope. I have that reverse issue where it's like my Spanish is fucking, it's not the greatest, you know? So I got that same issue, just reversed.
It'd be like that because you were born here, right?
Yeah, I'm from here.
Here, like Minneapolis too.
Nah, Kansas, bro.
You're from
Yeah,
Kansas.
bro. Weird
Don't laugh at my man.
random ass state, bro.
Let him live in Kansas.
I'm a cowboy,
You're from
bro.
Kansas.
Yes, sir, man.
How are you? Are you from here?
Yeah, I'm from here. Yeah.
Minnesota, born and raised.
Yes, sir.
Let's
Yes,
go.
sir.
St. Paul or Minneapolis?
Minneapolis.
Okay. How do you feel about St. Paul?
I don't mind. I'm from the suburbs.
Okay.
So, I mean, I was born in Minneapolis, but I'm from northern suburbs. You know where I'm from.
Yep, over in Blanco Rapids area.
Rapids area. So yeah,
Type shit.
I don't fuck with the cities no way, except when I'm going to the a show. But other than that, I'm like, I'm gonna stay up here.
You over in Maple Grove, right?
Yeah.
Maple Grove area.
Yeah.
It's a good place to be in over there,
I think it's quiet and like my weekends are crazy.
to say the least.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like I don't want to be in the mayhem on the weekdays too.
Nice thing about Maple Grove, it's 20 minutes from everything you go to.
It's like centralized.
Anything you go to is 20 minutes away.
Yeah.
It's right off 94 and 694, so it's like the big major highways.
Yeah.
Take you anywhere.
So what you got coming up for the future, man? What are we looking for? 2024. What's the outlook?
Well, for now, I made a goal that is definitely releasing at least one song per month. And we got this single coming out on Friday's schedule. And
What's the name again?
in Bali.
Mbali.
Yeah.
With that Zulu in there.
Yeah. Yeah, so that track is coming out, and then I'm still on the works for signing other tracks.
Yeah.
And then whatever doesn't get signed is just gonna get self-release. Again, we're not trying to gatekeep. I'm just gonna keep putting music
out
that I
there.
believe on. Like if I think the idea is then it'll stay there.
Yeah.
But in the crate, but like if I believe in the song, then it's just gonna go label or not. That's how it
The
is.
SoundCloud's about to be looking crazy.
Yeah.
All downloads. You got a few
Yeah.
downloads on there right now, don't
Yep.
you?
Yeah,
Yep.
I do. And like, for example, I made this Stay High, but I don't know if you know this song. It's by Diplo. It's OG. And I made a remix from it, trying to enter their remix contest that I couldn't submit on time. So I just put it like on SoundCloud, and copyright was like killing me.
Yep.
So I couldn't like make any promotions. It was like
Yeah.
a whole mess. I still said like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna put it out.
Mhm.
So
Like one of those silent releases.
yeah.
Yep.
So
How good did it do?
well, it's like at 4K streams, which is not bad for something that it's not
No, that's really
promoted
good. Right,
at
yeah.
all, like at all. And then it's over 100 downloads too. Yeah, so I couldn't promote nothing from it, and
Yo.
and still like people received it nice.
When it's good, you know?
I like to
no
think so.
Yeah, I mean it is, you know. I'm pretty sure I listened to it. 'Cause I remember when it was first coming around. SoundCloud's gonna be popping though. They typically let you upload anything. Just once you start trying to market, promote, and make money is when
Yeah.
shit gets hard.
Yeah.
That's that part for sure.
What you got going on tonight, man?
Tonight?
Yeah. You're all dressed fly. You look good. You know you're going somewhere tonight.
No, hell no. I
Going
dress
back
up. I
home.
dress up for y'all.
Oh, okay.
Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it here.
So yeah, no, I don't think so. I don't know. What about you? What are you gonna do?
I think it might pop out to Hell's Pub. Shout out Chatterbox.
Shout out Chatterbox. Shout out House Pub.
Shout out Hell's Pub. Go see them boys.
Rhythm
Rhythm
dubstep
boys.
event, right?
210 Linus gonna be there. Invader, Too Crispy. So we're gonna go see the boys.
I might
support.
pop out to that. That sounds like a good
So
time.
you a wook?
No, dubstep, rhythm.
Isn't that the same?
Wook is kind of like
A wook is like a from what I know, it's like a smelly like
No
don't-
disrespect, y'all.
so what I'll say is you heard of like infrasound. And
Yeah.
So more of a deep dub culture is a wook. So like Deep Dark and Dangerous, Tourney on Sound, their whole clique, Bump Boys, all them. That's I wouldn't say they're all wooks, but like that's what that derives from. It's like that really heady culture, acid music, you know what I mean? So
I'm about to get roasted.
the people with all the dreadlocks and all that, that's what I consider a wook. Not that y'all are smelly.
Yeah, that's my
I'm
fault.
just-
My fault. Let me take
I'm
that
just
back, bro.
saying,
Before I
you
get
know,
before I get roasted.
Cancel.
Y'all have a
I'm gonna
different,
get
Cancel.
bro.
y'all have a different vibe. That's all I'm saying. But I fuck with it. You know what I mean? So
Good energy
you
for
know,
sure.
like big name for that type of stuff. Ganja White Knight, Boogie
Sure.
T, like
Yeah.
all them dudes are bringing in the looks for sure. You know, so
I thought Wook was like headbangers, literally.
a headbanger's a headbanger, and then you got the rhythm rats in the trenches. That's who I like to mess around with. The fucking kids that like to spread circles and punch people.
Well, I do like rhythm though.
Yeah,
Me
yeah.
personally, like when I started DJing, I was like also playing trap, Yellow Claw type shit, and I was all over.
You're dating yourself with Yellow Claw, though. You're making yourself sound a little old with that one. All the kids right now are like, Yellow Claw. For Yellow Claw unknowers, that is the early trap, early dubstep type vibe.
Early
back
Amsterdam,
2017,
baby.
16 vibes for sure. But continue. You was playing that stuff.
Yeah, that they were like, or still like I look at them and I'm like, shit, they're cool.
Yeah.
Literally, they're just like
Yup.
cool, and they were definitely like my models or idols. Right now, I look to other people just because of the art, but like in general, Yellow Claw was definitely like the artist.
Good drawing point.
Yeah, and I used to be playing like heart style too. It was like
I'm trying to go see one of those sets, bro.
You'll see some little Texas.
Hardstyle Alboa.
that's too much for me. Like those 200 that are just like
Yeah.
it doesn't even make
That
sense.
shit don't even sound. It just sounds like sounds.
It's just a distorted
It's dope
kid.
though. I was at EDC watching Little Texas, and that shit was pretty fire. Not gonna lie, like I could see the hype.
Well,
You know what I'm
he's
saying?
famous for a reason, right? Like
It's really big over in UK. Like,
Yeah.
that stuff is really big overseas. Like they love that shit. They eat that up. Yeah.
You come out 1,000 calories less.
Oh, just
Maybe more,
sweat.
bro.
It's
Yeah.
just sweat and
Yeah, like
skin
this
over there. I
fucking-
bet you. Yeah.
The reverse shuffle.
Just a bunch of bald, buff guys. Just
couldn't describe it better.
And some fucking latex suspenders.
just looking sweaty, steamy rooms.
Hell yeah, bro.
Not a window in sight. It's all just collecting at the top. Delicious.
Our walls are sweating.
baby.
The walls are wet, bro. I don't know.
All right, fellas, what you think?
Leave us off with some words of wisdom, man.
I don't know. Just gonna say that if you are unhappy doing what you're doing right now, just dig a little bit deeper and do what you love. That's about it. And you know, like there's people that say that it takes years and years to like do whatever you want to do, but the fact is that it's quality over quantity. So if you put the right hours and the right amount of work, whatever you want to do, it's just gonna happen. Just gotta put the work in.
Hell yeah.
It's 2024. Everyone's getting money. Get your money too.
Get your money up.
Minnesota's popping. If you're a DJ producer sitting in the trenches, just pop out. You know,
Put that work in. Come
hit
out.
up. Gotta be good. Come out here, have a podcast. Get your shit out there.
You see us in public, say hi. We friendly.
Yes,
we
sir.
down to party.
Yes, sir.
Might even buy you a shot.
You might get McDonald's.
For real, man.
The who? No promos.
Yeah,
no
Oh,
promos.
yeah, no promo, bro. Need some duct tape for that shit.
Well, I appreciate you having me out, Blizzy. Got to be good.
For sure, man.
Sir.
We love having you, man.
What's your
Every time.
Instagram again, name?
Alboa.
Yeah, drop
Alboa
all your
Music.
social medias, bro. Everything.
ALBOA
Yes,
Music.
yes.
And I'm Yella Dubs on Instagram. That's YE77ADUBZ. Not Yeza, Yella. I'm going to make y'all remember 2024 is my year. We're popping out. Me and Alboa, we're going to do it back to back.
Well, thank y'all for tuning in, man. This is a Gotta Be Good podcast, and we are out of
Peace.
here, baby.
About to smash this McDonald's.
For real.
We move.